Hey, I'm Jennifer Rodriguez, and welcome back to our podcast called WOW. And if you're wondering what does WOW stand for, well, it stands for Women of Worth. And so, what we're doing today is we're interviewing Jessica, my good friend, and we're gonna have a lot to talk
A
about
lot.
today. And so, stay tuned, and here we go. So, Jessica is here today because we're going to share a little bit about her business. And one of the things that because we've been talking offline, and
Mhm.
one of the biggest things that we're talking about is what happens when you start your entrepreneurship. And there's so many things that happen during this time because it's not just starting a business, but then we're talking about logos, we're talking about branding, we're
Mhm.
talking about how we started our business and where it goes from there. But then we're also going to talk about healthcare because Biosphere is our number one supporter right now, our sponsor for the Women of Worth podcast. And so, yeah, we're going to get started. So, Jessica, tell us a
Hi.
little bit. Hi, friend. I've known Jessica for what, maybe 2.5 years now, maybe?
Yeah, maybe a
Yeah.
little longer.
Maybe longer,
Yeah,
maybe
it's been
three.
a little
Yeah,
bit, but
it's been
I'm
a little bit.
happy to know you every day.
Yes, thank you. We met. We met. I want to say the first time we really had an encounter was at an event, right?
It was at an
Yeah.
event, and you asked me, because you had your shots
Okay.
of what is that package, and I was like, I specifically went to that event because I was like, I'm gonna try these shots. Maybe I'll have a little more energy,
Yes.
and I'll see Jen then, and I'll get to meet her. So
Yes.
that's how we met. Because
Yeah.
I was looking for you.
Yeah. No, and same because I want to say that I initially really first met you before that, before I even started this part of the business, because it was, I think it was an Amity Bank.
Oh
And
yes,
yes,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and you had
yeah.
those little starter
Yes, yeah.
boxes. I
My
wish you would have
individual.
brought a
I
little.
should have a
Yes,
little individual box. Yeah.
yes. And so ever since then, I fell in love with her charcuterie, because I always
Charcuterie.
charcuterie,
Yeah, Char Cutie. Yes.
boards. And so I can never say it, but it's amazing.
Thank you.
We've had so many times that we've ordered it for like our family events. I've ordered it just because
Your beautiful grazing table
yes,
that you had for your grand opening.
yes, when we had our grand opening for Biosphere Diagnostics, Jessica really came through, and we had, and I'm gonna find some pictures. Maybe our producer can add these pictures to the bottom of our YouTube so you can kind of check it out. But it was beautiful. It was, I want to say maybe like, what was the dimensions? Like maybe 4 feet.
That was like that island was huge. It was at least 10 or 12 feet,
Okay.
and then 4 feet
Yeah.
wide.
Wide.
It was huge, and it
Yeah.
was all around.
All
It
around
wasn't
it.
just one sided.
Yes. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And what a great way, right, to do a grand opening, and a delicious way. It was amazing. It's funny though that I didn't, whenever you have a party, and you're the host, you never get to eat. You never get to eat your own stuff. So
I try to
was,
put some stuff
yes.
away for you.
Yes, I know. I know you. But I always order from Jessica whenever I think about this is something that we're gonna do for my family, or even just for me and my husband, and we want something to snack on. You're my person that I
Thank
come
you,
to.
Jen.
I've noticed.
I'm gonna bring you a box.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love it. And it's funny because she'll bring me a box, and I don't share it with anybody except for my. Well, I'll share it with my husband, but he has a tendency to think that when he sees those roses on your boards, that you eat it all
The
at
whole
one
thing.
time.
No,
And I'm
you
like,
don't.
No.
That rose has 10 to 12 salami slices in it. Yes, just dig into it. It's
Yes.
pretty to look at, but
Yes.
yes, dig into it. But
Yeah.
if there's one, maybe you try to share it.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. And I'm like, so now I've gotten to where now when we do it, I tell my husband, like, I'll help you. Like, I'll sort it out for you. Like, here's a cheese, here's a
Yeah.
a little bit of everything. And he's like, sometimes he'll say to me like, oh, I think you can just make it,
Yeah.
and save a little money. And I'm like, no, it's anybody can go out and pick cheese
Yes.
and grapes and things like that. And I think you've even encouraged it in some trainings and
Yes,
classes,
I do
right?
classes, and for me, charcuterie is no secret. It's just how much how do you want to style it? Do you want to learn how to style it? And it is also too, like, are you a cheese connoisseur, or you just want like some basic cheese? And that's okay too, you know. That's really okay. I do encourage people to make their own charcuterie.
And my husband's one, like, that's always been telling me, but I'm just gonna be honest with you, I don't want to do it. Like, I'd rather buy it from you and enjoy the experience, right? Because it's amazing. And if you can afford to call Jessica, because Jessica got some great prices too on her boards, right?
Yes, and I'm not like I'm not overly priced, but I'm not underpriced either.
Good.
I mean, if you go a perfect example is I had interns from Incarnate Word, and part of their assignment for me was to do price evaluation, right, to see if I was actually undercharging or overcharging. And in some things I was undercharging, but in other things I was just right there at the medium, you know. And there's where I want to be, because it's not overpriced, and I'm still making a profit, and people are still being able to experience what I do.
Well, and I want to give because you're saying UIW, and we do want to give a shout out. Shout out to UIW, because they have a program called Capstone. I believe the professor that was over it, Professor Mance, is no longer part of that. But if you're looking if you're a growing business and you need some interns to come in, and, well, not necessarily interns, right? Because it's a program where these young people are getting their degrees in business, and also in what would you say?
Consulting.
Marketing and consulting. And so what they do is they get a group of students, depending, right? This year I was able to get 5 students. Everybody else I think got like 2, but Biosphere got 5. And if you know how Biosphere works, you realize why you need 5.
Yeah.
And so, but grateful to UIW for that.
Very grateful to UIW.
Yeah, because that's an amazing program. And I think a lot of people don't know that it's out there. It's free. You just apply. And once you apply, the professor goes over your application of your business, and then you get to go up front of all the students and actually
present
your business. And if they're interested in helping your business grow, or they're interested in the market, they'll choose you. Yeah. So it's really nice.
I was very fortunate.
It's a semester long. They work with you. They come 1 or 2 times a week. And actually, what they do is they come sit with you, and you tell them what your deliverables are, right? Like what you're wanting, you're wanting for your business. And so I just felt like that was so amazing. I've had an opportunity to do it twice, and in both times, different, I guess, process and progress, right, for my business. But before, I know we're rambling on, and
we're having conversations.
We're talking about a lot of stuff. And the reason why is because Jessica's, like I said earlier, we're good friends. And so, Jessica, before we get really started and deep into everything we want to talk about, tell them what your business is called and what you do.
Okay, my business is Char Cutie by Jess. I am a luxury charcuterie company in San Antonio. I started my business in 2020, and I've kind of elevated my business to small bites and sandwiches. So if you're a corporate entity, then, you know, if you wanted sandwiches for your company, or you wanted to add sandwiches or add small bites to your grazing table for your company, that's something that I do now. I didn't do that before, but I feel like now I'm able to expand a little bit more and do a little bit more with
say
my
that
business.
Again. So what is that exactly? What did you say?
So small bites and sandwiches. So before I was just doing charcuterie. So I was just doing charcuterie grazing tables.
And what is, excuse my ignorance, but like small bites, what is that?
Small bites, like maybe some mozzarella with cherry tomato and you know, a piece of basil with some balsamic vinegar.
Nice.
And so like hors d'oeuvres.
Okay. So
a crostini with what do they call that?
Yeah, because sometimes there's corporations that are
Uh-huh.
hosting an event and they want more than just
Mm-hmm.
charcuterie on a board, right?
Yes.
They're wanting like an appetizer of
Yes.
sort, right?
So just recently I did two tables for Spectrum.
Oh, nice.
For their, I know, I
Congratulations.
was like, oh my God, thank you Spectrum.
Yes, yes.
For their employee
Yes.
appreciation awards, and they had two, and so they're like, we're gonna need two tables at two different times.
Wow.
You know, can you add? Is it just charcuterie? What else can you do? And I was like, yeah, I can do some sandwiches, and this is the first time, right? Because I know that the customer wanted something different when I was talking to her. And I was like, well, what are you looking for? She's like, well, I just want to make sure that they're full. And I'm like, well, I can do some sandwiches, like maybe some Italian sub sandwiches, or, you know, some small bites, you know, and I can think of a menu to give you. And she's like, oh, that'll be great. I think sandwiches would be great. And here I am going, okay, I've seen other charcuterie influencers do it. I can do it.
You can do it, yes.
And I did it. And I did it for Spectrum, and they absolutely loved it.
Awesome.
Yes.
So Spectrum is a business here in San Antonio.
Yes, it's the streaming service, phone service.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Spectrum.
I know. Thank you.
Thank you for doing that. Yeah. It's amazing. And thank you, because you're a huge corporation. You can go anywhere, and you're choosing a small business like Jess. And so thank you for doing that. That's awesome.
I do want to give one shout out, though, for that Spectrum referral. And it was You Sip, We Serve. And if you're out there, Nikki, I appreciate you so much. I met Nikki a year ago at Chef Johnny's grand opening, the kitchen that I work out of. And she was bartending, and we just got to talking, and she ate some charcuterie. She loved it. And then I get a referral from her, and I was like, oh my God, she didn't forget about me. And so, Nikki, if you're out there, thank you so much.
So she's Nikki from where?
You Sip, We Serve bartending.
Nice. Okay. And where are they located?
I'm not sure where Nikki is located, but I know she has her own mobile service. So
okay, so she's mobile.
She's mobile.
Nice. Thank you so much. We can post her information here, and maybe she can come on our show.
Oh
and
yeah, maybe she can.
We'd love to do that. Yeah, maybe you could set that up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for always looking for small businesses to support, right? Everybody wants that, everybody needs it, and especially when you're running a business, it's hard right now. With prices, with competition, especially competition with big corporations, right? And depending on your business. But that's what it is. That's what it's about, right? I think that even part of this podcast is to support entrepreneurs. It's also to support, making sure that we're relaying, right, that we should refer each other to other people.
Some of my biggest customers have come from, all my biggest customers have come from referrals.
Yes.
And so shout out to you guys too, because you've impacted my business in ways that you don't even know. So thank you to everybody who has referred me and who watches and is part of my journey, because you never know. Somebody, there's a lot of, I guess you'll say there's a lot of haters out there, but there's also a lot of people that love you and a lot of people that you inspire. So whenever I get down about myself and down about things like that, I'm like, there's people watching me that absolutely think the world of me, and I'm inspiring them to do something important. So
well, I think about the time that there was a lot of changes in the government, and you had a government job.
Yes.
And I remember we were doing podcasts back then, and I think you were one of my first guests back then too. And part of it was to encourage you, like, hey, let's just do a tutorial of the rows. And that's part of it. Like, if you guys have a platform and you want to help grow a business, it's important, and it's also important for us, right? Because as we're growing, we always give back too.
Yes,
people have
I
done
always
that.
give back. That's part of who I am as a person. I will always support a cause that I truly believe in. I will always sponsor a cause that I truly believe in, and I will always give back because I am so blessed.
Same. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. So we'll get into some more conversation about your boards. It's funny because I think you and I have experienced a lot of things during the time that we've known each other, and the places we've been to. And I remember even, like, there was this one time we went on a wine tour.
Oh yeah.
I don't I don't drink wine, so just so to make it clear,
I
you know,
do.
she does. I don't drink any alcohol.
Yeah.
Like you know, mainly because I am a Christian, and you know, I do stand by my beliefs, and I also used to have a home for drug addicts,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and we saw a lot of that. We saw a
Yeah.
lot of abuse of alcohol, and I never wanted to be somebody's stumbling block, right?
Yeah.
Especially because of the people that I worked with. And my husband now is an ex-addict.
Yeah.
He's been saved for nearly 17 years.
That's amazing.
You know,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
he came to know the Lord, and so out of respect for my husband too,
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
I don't drink alcohol or anything like that. But
It's better for your skin too. So.
yeah, I think that's why, like, I'm 50 years old. Yeah, and your weight. You know?
I'm trying to quit. I'm trying to quit myself.
I do drink. I do, however, if you were wondering, because I've been sipping on this, is an amazing. They're not a sponsor. Maybe one day they will be. It's Summer Moon. It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
What is it from Summer Moon?
It's coffee. It's called Summer Moon, and it's their brand. So
Oh, their coffee brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Their regular coffee is good. I've had Summer Moon. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I have Summer Moon, like the full Summer Moon, right? Because it's more sweet.
Oh. Okay.
And I have them add cinnamon, and it's a delight every time. Like every morning I pick one up. Tell me why they do not have like what is it when you go and buy every day and they give you like little points?
Oh, a rewards program?
Yes, that's what we need. Summer Moon. We need a rewards program. But and then they put these cute little stickers on the top.
Yeah.
And it's funny, but like little things like this,
yeah.
like it
good. Makes people happy.
It makes people happy.
Yeah.
It's good marketing, honestly, because it's good coffee. But then
What
they
is that,
add
a cow?
This is a little cow
How
sticker.
cute!
Right?
That's super cute.
It's super cute. But the thing is that in the when the holidays change or you know whatever's going on, it's different. So like Valentine's, they had little hearts, like the little sweetheart candies.
Yeah. Oh, how cute.
Yeah. And then like Christmas, they had something else I can't remember, but they've always been. I'm like,
that's smart.
Like,
that's smart marketing because it's just something that makes people smile.
Yeah. And you're like, oh well.
Not only do I have my nice cup of coffee that I enjoy, but look at the sticker.
Yes, it's super cute. Like you enjoy it, and it's delicious. I'm not joking. If you've never tried it, try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else have you been up to?
Oh, so I was reinstated into my position. So it's been a really hard balance to balance my federal career again with my business because when I was put on paid administrative leave like a year and a half ago, I didn't know what to do. I cried because I had been a federal worker for 22 years of my whole life, and that's all I kind of knew, right? And so my partner, Abraham, he's my biggest fan.
Yes.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
He said, well, if the S gets bad, you have your business to fall on. Yeah. So what are you doing about that? And I'm like, what am I doing about that?
Right.
So after 3 months of crying and being depressed, I picked myself up, dusted myself off, and I said, I'm going to really focus on my business. And I started focusing on my business. I just started doing more. I started the classes. Yes. I started the sandwiches. I started the small bites. I created a whole different menu. I standardized my cheeses. I standardized the weights of the cheeses on each board. Like I just started doing more for my business.
And people don't realize that there's so much, right? When you're an entrepreneur.
My God, there's so much. Like you're the cheesemonger, you're the cheese slicer, you're the you're the content creator, you're the decorator, you're the financial advisor. I mean, I'm probably not a really good one, but I am my financial advisor, and you're like all these things, and it's so stinking much. Like it's a lot. Well, you know that. You know?
Yeah, it's a challenge.
When I hired somebody, so I have a payroll now.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So
are they like 1099?
Yes, 1099.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
1099.
Yeah, awesome.
And so I'm an official company now too. I have a stakeholder. So I'm an official company now, and so I have to make it work.
Yes.
And like if something were to ever happen to me again, like happened to me last year with my career, I know that I have a strong business foundation that I can make something really great.
Yeah.
So
And aside from that, like, even if you decided that you were going to step away from the career and focus completely 100% on the business, I mean, that's your business. Why Char Cutie?
Because when I lived in New Mexico, I lived in New Mexico for 17 years. They moved me to New Mexico from the DC office. And I didn't have anything to do, so I said, oh, okay, I'll go to Albuquerque, right? And so I spent 17 years in Albuquerque, and I made a lot of great friends, and they would always ask me to bring cheese boards. Like, can you bring that cheese board? And sometimes I'd bring a big old thing of brie and a really, really nice artisan bread, and we would just eat that, drink wine, and have a really nice girls' night. And it didn't really take much, to that's all it took was bread and cheese, right? And some wine or not, or whatever. And they would always ask me to bring one. And that's how it started. And really, really how it started is my CPA in New Mexico. He advised me, he said, if you're doing all this, like, why don't you just start a business and let me show you how it can benefit you? And he is actually the one who was like, you're doing all this, you should really just do something with it.
Wow.
And so that's how my charcuterie business happened.
That's amazing. I didn't know that.
And I love cheese.
Yeah.
I love cheese.
And it's funny how you can grow a business from a passion.
Yeah.
And so that's your passion.
Yeah. So,
And I think it comes with a lot of things, right? Because people are extremely happy, just like me, like with this cup and drinking the coffee and enjoying that. And then but it makes people happy. So like for me also, like when I used to make my own little boards, I'd get cheese and go to like Central Market and buy like the meats and all this stuff, and I would put it together, but it never looked as nice as yours. And I think it's because that's not my passion.
Well, it takes practice too. It's like, you should see my first board I ever put out. I'm real ashamed of it, but hey, they loved it too, so I don't know.
Well, that's amazing, because you said you do a class, right? So do you do it often, or?
So I shout out to Melissa Crown and Crook. I love her so much too.
Yes, hi Melissa.
She actually is the one who said, hey, and she's been very supportive of me and my business, and I hope to someday return the favor to her too. She actually said, why don't you do a charcuterie class? Have you ever thought of doing a charcuterie class? And I said, yeah, I have, and I wanted to do it when we were at the urban office, but I was like, I don't know if people would come. I wouldn't even know how much to charge. Would people even pay me for my expertise? Like, I don't know. And she's like, no, I'm gonna give you a workshop. Melissa actually gave me a workshop that she paid for. And I said, well, why don't you just do it and she said, no, because I don't, I think you're good at it. I'm going to let you be good at it. And I'm like, that's awesome. Sometimes you have to let people just be good at what they're good at. And anyway, she really supported me that way, showed me the workshop. I looked at the workshop and I'm like, I can do that. Super easy, right? But it's showing people how to style a board. I'm not necessarily giving all the cheeses that I use, or
all the tricks,
all my little magic, my little sprinkles that I throw in my boxes or anything like that. But I'm showing you how to style something beautiful.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And it turned out that people will pay me for my knowledge and my expertise, and I love Melissa for that. So
Melissa Crook is a very good friend of ours. Yes, and I love her too because she has always been very supportive. And she's come to my location before too with her husband, and they're great people. It's amazing. If you don't know who we're talking about, look up Crown and Crook, and they do. I was super proud of her because I think it was about last year when she took a leap of faith and rented a space. Yes. And it's a nice space where if you're thinking about an event place that you want to go and check out, go check out her place. And maybe stay tuned, because maybe I'll have her here as a guest and we'll talk about her business.
She actually did Olivia's 11th birthday party. She did a glow-in-the-dark dance paint party, and it was so much fun. And then Olivia told me that all the kids were talking about it on Monday, and so she does all kinds of creative things.
I'm gonna have my my granddaughter this summer, my oldest granddaughter,
Mm.
and my grandson lives like about an hour away, right? So they're always kind of like in town, but my granddaughter lives in San Angelo, so she's 3 hours away. And we're gonna have her for the summer, and so I'm gonna do a lot of different activities with her. And one of the things is that I want to go do that because they have kind of like I don't want to call it a Build-A-Bear because I think that's probably a trademark. But it's,
stuffies. I think she calls them stuffies. I hope I'm getting that right, Melissa.
Yeah. And so I want to do that, and so maybe Olivia can join us because you said she's 11 too. Right?
She's 11 too.
Really awesome.
Yeah.
So like my granddaughter doesn't have friends here, of course, right? Because she's not from here. But I'd like to get her to do something fun like that.
Maybe we can get Olivia and her to hang out.
Yeah, that'd be
Olivia
awesome.
needs new friends.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we've been talking about Jessica's boards and everything else, but we were also talking about the importance of health and wellness.
Mm-hmm.
And so you've also been a client of ours.
Yes.
And thank you for that, because that's also supporting.
I love coming here. It's so relaxing.
Thank you.
And every time I come here, I think I've been so lucky just to get you by myself, get you by yourself.
Yes.
And you always give me like the best advice, and you always make me like sometimes you'll say things, and I'm like, thank you for saying that because I needed to hear it. You know, a lot of times. Oh, don't make me cry. I'm a crier.
No,
but I've been really blessed to like come in here, be alone when I really needed it, and I love this space.
Yeah. I think when we first really connected was when you lost your mom, and
yes.
I felt this deep feeling for you because I know you were hurting, and I wanted to encourage you with the Lord, and ever since then I think we've been really good friends.
Yes.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
I've
Me
seen
too.
You.
You are the most resilient person I know besides my mom.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it because I feel like in business I didn't realize this, how crazy it is, but in business you're always attacked.
Yes.
And it's been a crazy ride.
Yes.
But a ride that I would take.
But it helps
anytime.
You grow. It helps you grow.
Yeah,
I know it helped me
definitely.
grow.
Yeah, definitely.
It helped me be more aware of the way I move with people,
Yes.
and who I collaborate with and who I partner with.
All those things are very important.
Yes.
Because not everybody that is cheering for you is on your side.
Right.
And you really have to learn that. And sometimes it's the hard way.
Yeah.
And but I'm glad for all the people that I've met since I started my business, and because a little bit about myself, guys, is that I came out of when I started before my business, I was actually had a ministry. I had a church.
Mm-hmm.
We were church planters. We had a home for drug addicts. And when I say a home, I mean drug addicts lived in our home.
Mm-hmm.
It was me, my ex-husband, my children, and people were coming off the streets, getting off of heroin. We were helping them off of heroin addiction, meth, and alcohol, anything that was something that in their life that was being abused. And it was faith-based, and we really believed in the power of the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit changed their lives. You know, I saw drug addicts come in fully addicted to heroin for years and gave up the needle and came to know the Lord. And so it was amazing for me during that time. I mean, I've seen so much, right? And then because of circumstances between me and my ex-husband, we ended the marriage, and after being married for 16 years. And then we of course I kind of just like put my ministry aside, because I stayed with the ministry and the rights of the ministry. And so I started a business, you know. Well, I went to corporate America, worked, and got burned from that, and then decided to do a business. And so
corporate America's rough.
Oh,
it's rough.
It's a dog world, or however you say that, you know.
Yes, it's rough.
So it's great, but even entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship is rough, but in a different way.
Yeah,
because you're your own boss, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't act, then nothing happens, and you won't have a successful business.
Yeah. And so no, I'm excited. So you also said that you have a kitchen
I
that you
have a
work out of.
kitchen.
Okay.
I work out of Plaza de Sueños. It is right outside Southtown, but there is a very specific reason why I chose that area. So, like, if you go to that area now, it's not like it's not the most beautiful area, but it's not ugly area, right? But there's a very specific reason why I chose that area. So, when I went to go look at the venue, I met with Chef Johnny. Shout out to Chef Johnny. He catered my Easter,
Really?
my Easter dinner for my family. It was delicious.
Oh,
It was so
nice.
good. And so I
Do
went
they
to
do that?
Huh?
Do they do that all the time, or?
Oh yes, Chef Johnny.
Uh-huh.
He's like he caters. He has his own
Okay.
barbecue truck, but he also caters big events. And actually, I'm not sure if he's a partner in that venue or he owns the venue. I still I haven't figured that out. But he does a lot of catering for those events. So.
Oh, okay, nice.
And same with me. If anybody wanted charcuterie for one of their events at that venue, I would do the charcuterie for them.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nice.
So, and he's really good about being supportive too.
Yeah.
So, anyway, the reason why I chose that place, Plaza de Sueños, is because they have plans to gentrify that area. There's going to be like a community garden. It's going to be a mini Pearl.
Oh,
And they've already broken ground on the Greenway. So, and they're going to have a bridge over that highway so that people can cross freely. It's going to be a big deal in the next 5 years. And so my goal, maybe before retirement, we'll see. I always say when I retire, but maybe even before retirement, because I really want to make something beautiful. And so my goal is to open a brick and mortar in that area and to establish myself in that area where people know me. They know that I've been there for years already, and now I've just moved into a brick and mortar. And there was this place where I just recently took a vacation in Santa Fe, and Javier. It was just everything that I ever wanted for my brick and mortar. And so it's gonna be a nice little place where people can come have a glass of wine or not, and just come and chill, have some charcuterie, and just chill with their book or come with their girlfriends or whatever, but a very just calm, cool, collect place. And it was just so awesome. And I was like, this is exactly what I want.
Yeah, that's so nice.
I think it's a perfect place for me to establish myself because it is going to be a culinary district.
Okay.
A small one.
Yeah, no, that's super nice. And I love that because you're talking about growth and that's part of business, right?
Yeah.
It's like the branding changes, the logos change.
The logos change and yeah.
So so it's amazing. So I'm so glad that you're doing so well.
Thanks.
And we started off with I was just saying we were talking about health and wellness and we go back to business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a great entanglement, right?
Yes.
Because that's what we're doing is we're all about business.
We're lifing.
Yeah, exactly.
We're lifing.
Yes. And so just before you came in, we were talking about Biosphere Diagnostics. We were talking about Transform 365, which are my businesses, and it's health and wellness. It's for weight loss, peptides, IV therapy, and now and you is our pelvic chair. A lot of people don't like talking about it. A lot of people don't know what the pelvic chair is for. And so the pelvic chair basically is a chair you come and sit on. It's not invasive. And it equals 12,000 Kegels in 30 minutes. And some people are like, what's Kegels? It's an exercise that you do.
Google it.
Google it. It's a pulsating way. But it's like doing 12,000 of them in 30 minutes, which helps the pelvic floor lift and tighten. And then just depending on like how you sit on it is also going to depend on like what it works on, right?
Yeah.
So there's certain ways of sitting on this chair where I've heard of like one of the distributors telling us that when you sit on a certain way and people that are losing weight are wanting to build muscle on certain, like on their butt or their inner thighs, and it helps with that. But the purpose of it is to help lift the bladder and tighten the area. So if you're experiencing incontinence, it helps with that. I've noticed from a lot of different people that have experienced it, even just one time, they see a change.
Yeah, I used it once, and like I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what happened to me, but I'm always in the restroom. Like I always have to run to the restroom. After I drink some water, I have to go to the restroom. And so I used it once, and I really do feel like it helps. Like I don't feel like I'm like running to the restroom all the time. Like and I don't know. I'm sure it was a chair because there wasn't anything else I did different.
Yeah.
I like the chair.
You felt like it helped.
I felt like it helped. Like I honestly like right now, like we've been talking for like what 25 minutes, and I don't have to use the restroom.
Wow. No, that's awesome.
And I did have a bunch of coffee
and some soda, right?
And some soda.
So it helps with that. And so the reason I'm bringing that up is because we were talking about it, and we talk about healthcare anytime we get an opportunity to do that, and how it can help an individual, right? And so we talked about maybe sharing Jessica's story and sharing the fact that she's gonna do the 6 sessions and then update everybody of how it has changed her life, how it's making it better, and what happens during those session times, because I think people are curious. I think a lot of women experience this because it's a problem. You know? And sometimes we don't want to talk about it, but I've had a lot of women like share that maybe they're having to use liners because they can't help that part.
Like I'm not ashamed to talk about it. As a woman, we should be talking about those things, right? Because guess what, you're not the only one in the room, right? There's always somebody else who's having problems going to the restroom or sleeping or the rage, perimenopause. Like
and that's big because I'm 50 years old, and I started experiencing like the perimenopause a couple of years ago, and never wanted to talk about it because you start to think like, oh my goodness, I'm getting old, right? But in reality, it's just part of our life.
It's part of us changing, growing, I guess, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I think that especially our culture, like our parents, our mothers, didn't talk about it.
Yes. So I didn't know what it was happening to me at 38. I didn't even know what was happening to me when I had my period because my mom never talked to me about it. You know what I mean? And so like when that happened, I remember being scared out of my mind. And it's the same thing for perimenopause, right? We think we're crazy. Like, did I really not remember that? Or did I, why am I so mad? I have nothing to be mad about,
because you're going through these roller coaster of emotions.
Yes, it's the mood has a mood.
Exactly.
The mood has a mood.
And it comes on like out of nowhere. Yes. And I think that those were important conversations that should have been talked about, and nobody talked about it. Now we're not claiming that the chair is gonna cure your life forever,
right? But it'll help.
But it's gonna help, and it's not invasive. So I know there's other techniques that professional like OBGYNs, they'll use it, and it's an insert, and they all do that, but this is not an insert.
Really? Oh wow. Oh, thanks.
Yes. And so it's not private either. Like you feel uncomfortable because they're doing this, and it's an uncomfortable.
Going to the OBGYN once a year is uncomfortable.
Yes.
So
and so but nobody talks about rejuvenation in that area, right? And so we want to promote that because it's important. We take care of everything else. We try to take care of our business. We try to take care of ourselves, our health, our weight, our hair, our skin,
our nails, our skin.
But we never think about that part of our life that is so private that
and now that we're talking about that, like it just makes me realize like that's important. Yes. That's part of being a woman. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the most vital part of our
and I think
essence.
Yes, exactly. In all areas.
In all areas.
Yeah.
Yes.
No matter what you're doing, because
see, you always make a light bulb go off.
Thank you.
It's true.
Yeah, I think so too, because like for me, I was like, I also had the issue of like the little pee here,
Yes.
and it was like very uncomfortable.
Yes.
And And then also I have used the chair and it helps. And
Yeah.
I share with everybody like, okay, so session 1, you feel great. You start to notice like maybe you're not peeing as much,
Yeah.
or you're able to
hold it a little
hold it
longer. Yes.
Women, after you hit perimenopause and menopause, like you're more likely to get a UTI because of it, you know?
Yeah.
And so this helps that as well, right? So because we're more prone to that.
Yeah.
And so then you notice in 3, 4 sessions, 5 sessions, 6 session, husband should be starting to feel the difference, if you know what I mean.
That's
And
Jen
so
said, I said, don't tell Abe.
yes. And then after 6 sessions, they recommend that a person that has used the chair 6 sessions long, and you might be wondering, well, what's 6 sessions? In 3 weeks, you're doing 2 sessions a week, and you complete your 6 sessions, and it should help lift the bladder, not have the urgency to go urinate, and you're starting to get tighter there. But then they recommend that you do it at least once or twice a month after that, you know, just to maintain, right? And so
I noticed a difference when I used it the first time.
okay,
I did.
good.
Yeah, I did.
That's good to know that.
Yeah, I did. Like, I did.
Well,
and I think it's gonna really help me.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me that every time she would go to the gym, and they would say like to bring out the jump rope. A lot of women would walk out of the room, right? And she goes, and I was one of them, because every time I would jump rope, I would pee a little bit. So after she did the 6 sessions, she doesn't pee like when she jumps ropes.
Yeah.
So her confidence was boosted, and it changes everything, right? Because you do lose confidence.
Yes.
If that's happening to you, and then if you're having to use a liner, or if it changes what you're wearing, it changes your confidence level. And so we have something that can help that doesn't require a lot. You know,
yeah, I did. You just sit there. I sat on that chair and just talked to you the whole time. It was great.
Yeah, and then what's so amazing, and I'll just announce it here now, is that we're going to be implementing the red light therapy.
Oh, I love red light therapy.
Yes.
I have a testimony about red light therapy, and if you get it, we'll be talking, because when I was in New Mexico, I had joined one of those fit clubs where you can go to any spa or whatever, you pay like a monthly fee.
Yes.
And they had a red light therapy bed, right?
Oh, wow.
And I used that red light therapy because I would go, it was like right down the street from my house. So on my lunch break, I would go down there and just do like the red light therapy for, I think, 10 minutes? How long do you do it? 10, 15 minutes, right?
15 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I was like, ooh, in and out, and I was back to work, right? And I did that for 6 weeks.
Wow.
And my skin was
radiant,
utterly amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I remember,
too.
yes, I remember driving, and I had my window rolled down because, you know, in Albuquerque, you don't really drive you don't need the AC because it's so nice there. And I remember looking in the mirror, and I'm like, damn, my skin looked good. And I was like, what am I doing? It was like the red light therapy. And like, I love red light therapy.
So Biosphere, I will say, because I'm the owner of Biosphere.
Yeah.
And so Biosphere is really up to like keeping up with the trends.
I'm excited for your red light therapy.
Thank you. I have it coming in soon. It should be here within a couple of days. So I'm super excited. We're going to be posting a lot of like pictures and stuff. But what I did was I purchased the ones that are like over the head, because we have amazing massage chairs when you come into
they're
Biosphere.
so comfortable.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Because I love coming here.
Oh, thank you so much. And like the vibe here is it's very exclusive. It's very VIP. It's very comfortable. You're not going into a regular spa where they have, you know, a waiting room and 50 chairs and you just have all kinds of people coming in and out, and not that there's anything wrong with that, because we aspire to have that one day, but we'll never leave the fact that it's always going to be exclusive and very VIP. You know, where someone feels like it's private. Right?
Whenever I come here, I feel like that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to make sure that people feel comfortable, and also that this is their safe space. Because also too, especially when you're doing IV therapy, there are people, right? Usually people need IV therapy when they're recovering, when they want to feel better, but also when they're sick. Right. And so when you're going into a big corporation IV bar, you know,
Mhm.
you're gonna be mixed in with a lot of different people,
Yeah.
and that's not really
Yeah.
that's not really good for people, right? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that if you
There's
feel like that.
not, but there's, there's
You
a
do
lot of
want to
things
be,
that come with wanting to get an IV
yes,
therapy,
yes, and
being alone,
yes,
having a rough week and just wanting to be alone
to
from
relax,
everybody and to
yeah,
relax, or being sick and you don't want
yeah,
anybody knowing you were sick, right?
yeah,
Sometimes you don't. I mean,
yeah,
I don't like to tell people when I'm sick. So.
yeah. And I try to make sure that people know that, you know, we're not a hospital, so we're
Right.
not doing
Mhm.
like we're not treating people that are sick, you
Right.
know. But we do have procedures as far as like if somebody does come in and they share that they're not feeling well, then
Well, yeah,
we
what I
have,
meant was like the
yeah.
vitamin C or
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah, for
the
sure.
vitamins you're getting to
Yeah.
like feel
But
better.
I want to make sure that
Sorry.
everybody
Yes.
knows. Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Yes. But
Sorry.
no. It's okay, because I want people to know that when you do come here, you book a room, you're essentially booking a room, you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
and it's private, you
Yeah.
know, and so sorry. So when you come in, you book this room, and you can have up to 3 people in here. You do have a consultation with a doctor. If you're doing an IV, we have a registered nurse that will come in, and they administer the IV under the supervision of our doctor.
Yeah. Mhm.
And so it's nice. But
It's
if you're
nice.
not and you're coming in and you just want to relax, I've had people come in just to sit on the massage chairs, just to get away, because this is their safe space.
Yeah.
I've had people come in that are doing meetings and they want to like talk to an employee, or they
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
a business meeting and they're coming in and they're sitting and they're talking, and it's been amazing for me. And we have separate rooms, so we're able to, if I have to step out, I do. And
Yeah.
so it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
I
nice.
like it here.
Yeah, thank you.
And
So
it smells good.
yeah. Yes. So we also, well, we've been talking about the pelvic chair, and so if you're wondering like how do we get an appointment, you can reach out to us at 210-986-8510 or 8519. And so our producer will put down all the numbers, but if you want to call me directly, my number is 210-592-3124. And you can text me. That's the best way to get a hold of me.
Mhm.
If I don't call you right away, it's probably because we're
She'll get back to you.
yeah.
though.
I always get back to everybody, but sometimes it takes me a minute, right?
I've
Because-
seen your list of people. You're like, look at all these people that have called. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Yeah. And I'm like trying to respond, and so it does get a little bit crazy, but I always try to respond quickly and make sure that you're taken care of.
Mhm.
And yes, and so even if you're a doctor out there and you're seeing this and you're interested in offering these services to your clients, I also do consultations with clinics
Oh
and
yeah, I've
doctors.
seen you. I saw you you did a podcast, right, with the clinic,
Which
or I don't know, but they were sitting on the chair and you were talking about it.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We actually were at a pop-up, and
There
it
you
was at a
go.
doctor's office, and the doctor wanted to
Yes.
do a demo of the pelvic chair.
Yeah.
And so we brought it in, and we can do that for you guys, is that we'll bring in the chair, we roll out a red carpet for your clients,
Yeah.
or your patients, and you invite your, you know, however many patients you want to, and it's a good promo for doctors, right?
Mhm.
And it's free, you know, so you can do that, and then you can decide if you want to purchase the chair. So I help with all of that, and I help also design memberships for doctors and
Mhm.
clinics to help
Mhm.
them generate funds for their clinic, you know, in other ways, and where there's no consumables and those kind of things.
Yeah.
So if you're a doctor out there and you're interested, please call me at 210-592-3124. But you're gonna do the 6 sessions. We're excited
Yes,
about that.
I'm excited about that.
Yes.
Thank you for offering that.
Yes,
I was just so excited about that because I really did feel like that. Actually, I was at Costco the other day and I was like, I think that chair really helped me. But you know, you're in your own mind,
Yeah,
right? And you're
yeah.
just like doing stuff, and you're like, I was like just going down the aisle, and I'm like, I think it really helped me because I haven't had to use the bathroom at Costco.
No, it's okay,
Actually, that's why I thought of it, because I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't have to go to the bathroom at Costco.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I'm excited because we're gonna follow you.
Yeah, I'm
when you
happy
come
to
in.
talk about
Yes.
it while I'm on the chair. I mean,
Okay,
it's fine.
awesome.
Like, I have no shame in my game.
Yeah, no, that's very cool.
If
And
it's
then-
gonna help somebody, listen. If it's gonna help somebody and it's gonna improve their life, I'm all for that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
And and that's one of the things, right? It's really what we're doing, and the reason why we're talking about it is because it's for the new generation of women.
Yes.
The younger girls that are coming out,
Yes.
they're gonna reach this point. They don't understand
What's
now.
going on?
Yeah, but they're going to understand.
Yes.
By the time they're our age, hopefully, right, they'll have the knowledge of hearing
Yes.
women going through this, because at one
Yes.
time nobody talked
about
menopause.
it. Yeah.
And I mean,
My
and
mom
it-
didn't even talk about menopause.
yeah,
It's
my
so
mom
weird.
either. My mom didn't either, and
I
it's
tell
funny,
everybody
though.
about my perimenopause.
Yeah, I've learned to do that too, because I feel like it helps.
It helps people.
Mhm.
Like, oh, well, send me the name of your doctor.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, they're going through it, but they didn't know what
They
to
didn't
do.
realize it. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
For me, it was peptides that helped me.
Yeah, your
really-
peptides are amazing.
Yeah, it really helped me with like hot flashes, especially if you're not somebody that wants to be taking anxiety medication.
Right.
And,
Yeah, no, I'm not about that.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
so peptides are amazing. So yeah,
Mhm.
so they can reach out to us for that too. And it's not a plug for everything that we do here. It's just that we do a lot of things here,
Mhm.
and I love talking about healthcare.
Yeah.
And I think it's driven by like my relationship with the Lord and wanting to help people.
Mhm.
And I felt like it changed my life, and I wanted to offer the same
Mhm.
services, not just to like clinics, because that's how my business started, but to people, like everyday people.
Yeah.
Okay, and so so we're getting ready to wrap up, but we've talked about a lot of things. Yes. And anything else you want to share?
No. If you guys are in need, I do need of a charcuterie grazing table. I do small bites now, sandwiches. Just reach out to me. I am at Plaza de Sueños. There's where my commercial kitchen is located. You can always pick up a charcuterie board there, or we can deliver to you. And I hope to hear from you guys. My number is 210-744-3769. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok now, and you can DM me there. I am working on a website, getting that set up. I think I'm just being overly picky, and maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know, but I'll have my website up soon. So
Yeah. So once you get your website up and going,
Mhm.
this is just like, for me, I had several people go through it, right? Like somebody started it, then somebody came in and revamped it, and then somebody else,
Yeah.
did something else to it. And I'm not good with technology.
Me either,
Yeah.
and I think that's my problem. It feels so overwhelming.
Yes.
So overwhelming.
I've been truly blessed though, like especially with Emerald. She's my
Mhm.
producer for my YouTube, and she's helping me with my website, and she's really going through it and sitting with me, and I'm realizing that it's a lot. There's a lot to do with it, with the website.
With the website, yes, and for me, shout out to Juan,
yeah, Juan.
Castaneda Integrated Services. He did help me set up, like
Like
I
a
guess a
page.
shell, a page of a website. But then when I started looking at my business and what I'm actually needing to do, it's like there's so many customizations that could happen with charcuterie that I feel like I'm gonna need a different space for it. And what is it called? A different platform for it. So
okay. Yeah.
again, it goes
Who
back
are you
to
using now?
I'm not using anything.
Oh, okay.
Anybody. It's a page that Juan set up for me through, I guess it was GoDaddy.
Oh, okay.
But the advisement that I got from a web designer was, what you really need is a Squarespace, or he said something else, because of everything that
you're offering.
that I'm offering.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
I use Wix.
maybe
but,
he said Wix.
Yeah, because Wix, you pay for it every month, and
Yeah.
you get a domain, but it offers a lot of different like pages, and you can add other businesses into
I think
it
he said
and
Wix.
stuff.
Mhm.
And so Emerald takes care of all of that for me, and
Awesome.
yeah. And it's funny.
Where'd you find Emerald?
I was so
Does
blessed
Emerald
to
have
find-
any friends?
I'm so blessed to find Emerald. Emerald's a gem.
Yeah.
Like, like
Yeah.
she's really an emerald.
Uh-huh.
Because honestly, like I think that in the past I had other young ladies come in and try to help me and build this, and it was great, right? But
Mhm.
as we're looking through it, I'm like, oh my gosh, and I know it was my fault because I probably said like, hey, I need this page, I need this page, I need this page, and it was created.
Well,
now,
you needed it,
yeah,
you know.
but now Emerald's helping me like
consolidate everything,
yes.
and so that's what happened with my intern experience too. They did an amazing job laying out everything that I needed, but I'm like, no, but I need this, and I just think, it just became really overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And then for me too, like, I don't understand it, and that's a thing with me too that I need to overcome. Like, if I don't understand it, like, I get real frustrated, not because I don't know, and then I don't do it because I don't understand it, but I don't have the time to know everything about web design either. You know what I mean? So I get frustrated with that too.
Yeah, and I've learned that in business, right? In business, you're not going to be able to do everything.
Yeah.
And so you have to hire somebody. And I hear this all the time too, like, well, I don't have money to hire anybody. And so you have to really get to a place in your life where you say, okay, but where do I spend more money? Like, is it more efficient for me to be out doing sales, right? And maybe I don't do all the admin stuff and somebody else is coming in and doing that.
Yeah.
And even though we have to pay for that, it relieves that time from me so that I can be productive in this other part of the business, right? And so, but it's hard. And it's a hard thing, and it's going to be a huge sacrifice.
Yeah.
And I'm learning that, in the business.
And I think another thing too that scares me is that I have a friend who hired 2 people and paid a lot of money for for them to do a website, then recreate a website. And, she just basically told me, like, you really just need to learn it. Yeah. Because I did it on my own, and I'm like, I don't want to do that either.
Yeah.
I don't got the time for that.
Well, the good thing about it is if you hire somebody that...
I do want to hire somebody, but I need somebody that I hire to teach me, that works for me, that was willing to teach me some of the basics. I don't want to learn how to do a web page. I don't. Yeah. But I want to learn how to update it. I want to learn what I'm looking at. I want to, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, just the basic,
I think that for like
surface level stuff.
For instance, for me, I tried to do that myself, and I think I shut my website down.
See?
Yeah.
That's something I would do.
I was totally shutting all this stuff, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be so great.
I would lock myself out so quick.
Yeah. I shut myself out. I even had to call Emerald, and I was like, hey,
I believe you, friend.
I was like, are you working on my page? And she's like, no. And then I'm like, so then I go back and I share with Juan, because hi Juan, love you very much.
Love you,
because you do everything to help.
He does.
So he's like, I think you shut your page down. And I was like, how? Like, I did this, and this. How did I even do that? So I don't even mess with it anymore.
That's something I would do, and that's why I'm scared to even touch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you need a website, because everybody asks, right?
I do need a website, and that was very apparent when Naomi was looking for me, and you had messaged me, and she messaged me. She's like, do you have a website? And I'm like, not yet.
Yeah, people want to see it and stuff. But I'm glad you have an Instagram. Yeah. You said, what was your name?
Oh, Char Cutie by Jess.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I thought I was looking into the camera.
Yeah, you're like,
Char Cutie by Jess.
Yes, no, that's awesome. You like my little setup?
I love it. It's so pretty.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm excited about. You're my second guest for this part of the podcast, so we're excited about putting it out there. So hey guys, so we are wrapping it up. We've had Jessica, Jane here.
If you made it this long, thank you.
Yes. And if you're wondering, like, hey, what is this? We're just talking and
having a good time.
And you're gonna see that throughout our podcast, because it's more of like getting to know our people that are coming in and what they're doing and what they're planning to do. Yeah. And so it's always exciting to have our people come in and just be able to share. Yeah. And if you've ever been that person that just wants to eavesdrop in somebody's conversation, like that's what we're allowing to happen. Yes. So that's what's part of it, is you're able to do that. And maybe it encourages you. It encourages you because you've been thinking, hey, I want to start a business and I'm afraid. And I don't want to leave my career. Yeah. Maybe this encourages you to take that faith and that step to go out and go do it.
That's my biggest regret. Mm-hmm. My biggest regret was not starting sooner. Yeah. And I should have.
Yeah, I always encourage people to. And I guess that
just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
There's never going to be a right time in life. So you just do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just go out and do it. And if you could give your younger self an advice, what would it be?
Oh my God. Don't be with that boy.
That's good. Yeah.
That boy gonna ruin your life, and he did. I told you so.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, because you never, like, those are things that. Yes.
I think I would have told myself to go ahead and take that leap of faith and go to the military. I was this close to signing up with the Air Force, and that was, I think, I don't like to say I have regrets in life, but I think that was my biggest regret. I mean, I've traveled the world on my own, you know, but I think that I would have traveled even more.
Yeah.
So I would have gone, and I would definitely have started my business too. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Don't be afraid. Go
Don't
out
be
there.
afraid.
Yeah.
Life's too short. YOLO.
Yeah.
It is.
It is. It's very short. And you don't want to be 50 years old starting your business.
Right.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong. I'm just sharing that because I'm 50 years old, and that's where I feel like, you know, like I've always helped everybody else grow their business.
Yes.
And now I'm at a place where I need to grow my business. And so all I'm saying is, if the opportunity's there and you've been thinking about it, take it.
Take it.
Yes.
If you're 20 something, if you're 19, if you're 7, well, however old you are, and you want to start a business, do it.
Yes, do it. And so I'm Jennifer Rodriguez with the Women of Worth podcast. Thank you, Jessica, for being here.
You're welcome. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes.
And I'm Jessica Torres with Char Cutie by Jess.
So thank you very much, guys.
Bye.